Hello everybody, it's me, Riffraff Hornhelm, and I'm back again with another presentation from the Dwarven Vault, and today we have a monster review. Today we're going to talk to you about the Stone Giant. Now once again, this comes to us from the original monster manual as used with basic Dungeons & Dragons and Advanced Dungeons & Dragons, or what's typically called 1E today. Now the Stone Giant, we're moving up, okay? This is more powerful than the Hill Giant. It's a little bit taller. I think this one comes in around 13 feet or something like that. And it is 0 on armor class, which is an improvement over a Hill Giant. And in terms of hit dice, same thing. It's 9 hit dice plus 1 to 3. So you're going to roll a dice to determine whether it's 1, 2, or 3 additional points at the end of the hit point tally. And they are capable of throwing rocks. Now, this particular giant is probably the best at rock throwing. They can throw up to 300 feet, 10 to 300 feet. And the rock, if it strikes something, does 3 to 30 points of damage. Wow, that's pretty impressive. Now, if they're throwing to another stone giant, that stone giant is 90% likely to be able to catch it. Now, all the other giants can throw and catch as well, but some are better than others. This is far and away the best of all the giants, and one of their favorite games is to go out at night and play catch with these. And this is clearly modeled off of Tolkien, but the idea is that they go out at night and do this. They live in mountainous regions, up in the mountains, which of course is why us dwarves occasionally run into them in our mountain vastness underground, because they also like to live in caverns. Now, they're neutral, neither good or evil, and these creatures have more of an average intelligence rather than being quite as stupid, I guess, as the hill giant is. Now, if they attack you in regular melee combat, they do 3 to 18 points of damage, so a bit more than the hill giant. And their favorite weapon to use is like a stone club, which of course would be pretty nasty to be hit by. These don't have any specific resistance to magic. That's something that's fairly common amongst most of the giants. They don't have real issues with most magic. And like I said, this one does not have any special resistance to magic. Now, like all other giants, it, of course, also likes to have critters around. In their case, the stone giants have this relationship with cave bears. And they'll typically have, I think it's like 1 to 4 cave bears in their lair. Of course, they also have the opportunity to have more than one giant in their lair. As a wandering, that's 1 to 8. And if you do run into them in their lair, a proportion of them will, of course, once again be female and or young. Now, of course, with them being neutral, us dwarves, when we run into them, I mean, we're generally able to negotiate with them. We don't really have to get into combat with them. They, of course, will speak their own dialect and usually a bit of common. They're supposed to speak alignment tongue, but apparently all the schools for that closed down in this universe. So, how tough of a creature do you really think they are? That's the question. Of course, we asked the greater Hornhelm community, and the DMs came back and said, well, this one's definitely a step up, and it's a little more dangerous than the hill giant is. Really, if we're going to rank this one, we'd say probably 4.5 to 5. Okay, I probably would go more with 5, but I'm not going to disagree with that. And of course, if you go out to the players and say, well, what about the stone giant? They actually gave this a little bit higher rating than I thought they would. This was clearly a 5 to 5.5, and I'm not really sure why. And nothing that anyone said to me really made sense as to why they were ranking this higher than I thought they would. Maybe it's because they can throw rocks so far so accurately. I mean, really, that's a pretty good distance. You can throw it 300 feet, and it can do 3 to 30 points of damage. Wow. Now, maybe that's why. But that's what they came back with in any case. Not the most difficult of the giants to deal with. Once again, if you have a large enough group and they're high enough in levels, you really shouldn't have too much difficulty dealing with it. It doesn't have any real special defenses when it comes to magic. And of course, distance weapons, as long as you hit them, work fine. So that, my friend, is the Stone Giant. Hope you found this interesting and educational and entertaining and all that kind of good stuff. If you did, please be so kind as to leave us a like. Consider subscribing if you haven't. Share with your friends. Leave us a comment. But most of all, come back and see us again real soon. We thank you so much for your kind support. Take care, everyone. And remember, dwarves rock!